Question number 2B. A futures contract is available on R Limited that pays annual dividend of rupees 4 and its stock is currently priced at the rate of rupees 125. Each futures contract calls for delivery of 1000 shares to stock in 1 year. Daily marking to market. The corporate treasury bill is 8%. Required A. Given the above information, what should be price of one futures contract B? Second, if the company's stock price decreases by 6%, what will be the price of one futures contract? As a result of company's stock price decrease, will an investor that has a long position in one futures contract of R Limited realizes a gain or loss? What will be amount of his gain or loss? Ignore margin and taxation, if any. Now friends, this is a question in which we have been provided with the information to calculate the futures price and gain or loss to an investor, to a trader who is having long position in the futures market. We know friends that say practically the futures contract is not available for so long time period for any security, but still the institute is asking this kind of questions because whatever the rule that we have in India may not be the rule everywhere in the world. That is the reason से we have to consider कि एक साल का भी फ्यूचर्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मिल सकता है, उस हिसाब से हमको ये क्वेश्चन करना है. There is one information provided to us about the dividend. Dividend के लिए ऐसा दे रखा है that pays annual dividend of rupees 4. तो इसलिए हम लोग ऐसा समझेंगे that 4 रुपए का डिविडेंड हमको एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर मिलेगा. उस हिसाब से फ्यूचर्स प्राइस का कैलकुलेशन किया जाएगा. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऐसा पूछा है, गिवन द अबव इंफॉर्मेशन व्हाट शुड बी द प्राइस ऑफ वन फ्यूचर्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बी. सो वी अंडरस्टैंड लाइक दिस, प्राइस ऑफ वन फ्यूचर्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट जो हमको कैलकुलेट करना है वो हम लोग कुछ ऐसा कैलकुलेट करेंगे. फ्यूचर्स प्राइस मल्टीप्लाइंग विद द लॉट साइज. फ्यूचर्स प्राइस कैसे? स्पॉट प्लस इंटरेस्ट माइनस डिविडेंड. तो वो क्या हो जाएगा? फ्यूचर्स प्राइस हो जाएगा मल्टीप्लाइंग विद लॉट साइज. जैसे कि हमको स्पॉट प्राइस दे रखा है 125, उसके ऊपर इंटरेस्ट 125 इंटू रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इज 0.08, टाइम पीरियड इज 1 ईयर, माइनस डिविडेंड 4 रुपए, मल्टीप्लाइंग विद द लॉट साइज दैट इज प्रोवाइडेड 1000 शेयर्स. सो ये हो जाएगा प्राइस ऑफ वन फ्यूचर्स सिक्योरिटी, दैट इज वन सिक्योरिटी इन फ्यूचर्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मल्टीप्लाइंग विद द लॉट साइज. So it is 125 into 8%. That comes to 10 rupees. So 125 plus 10 minus 4. Multiplying with 1000 shares. So it is 135 minus 4. That comes to 131. Multiplying with 1000 shares. So the futures price is rupees 1,31,000. That is the answer of our first question. Second question में ऐसा पूछा है, if the company's stock price decreases by 6%, what will be the price of one futures contract B? यानी सेकेंड क्वेश्चन में क्या होगा फ्रेंड्स? वी अंडरस्टैंड कि स्पॉट में सिक्योरिटी का प्राइस 6% गिर गया. सो वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट से रिवाइज द स्पॉट प्राइस. कैसे कैलकुलेट किया जाएगा? करंट प्राइस -6%। करंट प्राइस कितना दे रखा है? 125 रुपए, -6%। सो 125 - 6%, that comes to 117.5। ना फ्रेंड्स, 117.5 के हिसाब से हमको फ्यूचर्स प्राइस कैलकुलेट करना है and we are required to calculate the futures value for one contract. So what will happen? Price of one futures contract, उसका कैलकुलेशन कुछ ऐसे होगा, स्पॉट प्लस इंटरेस्ट माइनस डिविडेंड मल्टीप्लाइंग विद लॉट साइज। So 117.5 plus 117.5 into 8% rate of interest minus dividend 4 रुपए multiplying with lot size 1000 shares, ऐसे वर्किंग किया जाएगा। So it is 117.5 plus it comes to 9 रुपये 40 पैसे minus 4 into 1000 shares. So 117.5 plus 9.4 minus 4 multiplying with 1000, that comes to rupees 1,22,900। ऐसा करके जैसे स्पॉट प्राइस गिरेगा ना, वैसे फ्यूचर्स प्राइस भी तुरंत गिर जाएगा। Why? Because the futures price is connected to the spot price. तीसरा क्वेश्चन ऐसा पूछा है, as a result of company stock decreases, will an investor that has long position in one futures contract, long position का मतलब ये है कि ट्रेडर ने फ्यूचर्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट खरीदा है, in a way that a trader has entered into a contract to purchase, at which rate friends? 1,31,000, दैट इज 131 पे खरीदने का उन्होंने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किया है। रियलाइजेस गेन और लॉस, यानी इसका मतलब हम लोग कुछ ऐसा समझ सकते हैं दैट से सपोज दूसरे दिन ही उन्होंने अपना कॉन्ट्रैक्ट स्क्वायर ऑफ किया। स्क्वायर ऑफ कैसे करेंगे? जो पहले ट्रांजैक्शन किया था ना, उसका उल्टा ट्रांजैक्शन करना पड़ेगा। पहले आपने क्या किया था? खरीदा था, तो अभी क्या करना पड़ेगा? बेचना पड़ेगा। सो थर्ड क्वेश्चन का आंसर कुछ ऐसा होगा, कैलकुलेशन ऑफ गेन और लॉस, उसमें हम लोग लिखेंगे सेल वैल्यू और हम लोग लिखेंगे बाय वैल्यू। हमने खरीदा कब था? 1,31,000 में, और बेचा दूसरे दिन जब प्राइस हो गया 122,900, तो इसका डिफरेंस क्या होगा फ्रेंड्स? अपने को लॉस होगा। सो इट इज 122,900 माइनस 1,31,000, so there is a loss of 8,100। ऐसा करके हमको थर्ड क्वेश्चन का आंसर कैलकुलेट करना है, कैलकुलेशन ऑफ द गेन और लॉस टू अ ट्रेडर हैविंग लॉन्ग पोजीशन इन द फ्यूचर्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एंड द प्राइस ऑफ द सिक्योरिटी फॉल्स। क्वेश्चन नंबर 2C, आइडेंटिफाई द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ सिक्योरिटाइजेशन फ्रॉम एंगल ऑफ ओरिजिनेटर। अगेन फ्रेंड्स, दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द नवकार बुक। In Navkar book, page number 197, in that question number 1, it is exactly the same question which have been asked in examination. एग्जाम में सिर्फ इतना ही पूछा है, सिक्योरिटाइजेशन का एडवांटेज ओरिजिनेटर को क्या होगा। जो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन आपको नवकार में किया गया था, उसमें दोनों दे रखा है फ्रेंड्स, ओरिजिनेटर से एंड देन फ्रॉम इन्वेस्टर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू। ओरिजिनेटर से यू कैन सी दैट एडवांटेजेस आर ऑफ बैलेंस शीट फाइनेंसिंग, more specialization in main business, helps to improve financial ratios and reduce borrowing cost. So with that you can understand that पूरा का पूरा theory नवकार मटेरियल में से कवर हो जाता है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 3A, AB Limited's equity share are presently selling at a price of ₹500 each. An investor is interested in purchasing AB Limited shares. The investor expects that there is a 70% chance that the price will go up to ₹650 or a 30% chance that it will go down to 450 3 months from now. There is a call option on the shares of the firm that can be exercised only at the end of 3 months at an exercise price of rupees 550. Calculate the following. If the investor wants a perfect hedge, what combination of share and option should he select? Explain how the investor will be able to maintain identical position regardless of the share price. Third question, if risk-free rate of return is 5% for 3 months period, what is the value of option at the beginning of the period? What is expected return on the option? Now friends, this question is similar to a question that we do in Navkar classwork, question number 91, page number 60 of again derivative chapter. Coming back to the question is providing the information that the spot price is rupees 500. The price of the security may go up to rupees 650. The price of the security may come down to rupees 450. This is market price of the share is given, the date on which the option is going to expire. Exercise price is 550. So we understand that as it is call option, because it has been given, there is a call option on the share. So as it is call option, it will be exercised if spot price is exceeding the exercise price. 650 is exceeding 550 by 100 rupees. दूसरे केस में ऑप्शन एक्सरसाइज नहीं होगा, इसलिए पे ऑफ वहां पे 0. Difference between payoff is 100 and difference between the market price is rupees 200. So we can say that's a hedge ratio, or we can say that's the option delta can be calculated as difference between payoff divided by difference between market price of the share. Payoff का difference कितना है 100 रुपए और market price का difference कितना है 200 रुपए. तो आंसर क्या आएगा 0.5 शेयर. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ that the question says if the investor wants a perfect hedge, what combination of the share and option he should select. इसका मतलब ये है that investor should purchase 0.5 share in spot market for every one call option sold. That is the way we are required to give answer of the first question. Second question में ऐसा पूछा है, explain how the investor will be able to maintain identical position regardless of the share price. Now we understand that after 3 months, what will happen? Call option seller will have one liability to call option holder if he exercises his right, and second, holding 0.5 शेयर. 3 महीने के बाद कॉल ऑप्शन सेलर का ये सिचुएशन होगा, उनके पास 0.5 शेयर होंगे and further he will be having liability to call option holder if he exercises his right. Now after 3 months, we know that the market price of the share will be either 650 or 450. Whether call option holder will exercise his right, first case में हाँ वो exercise करेंगे, second case में ना वो exercise नहीं करेगा. अगर फ्रेंड्स उन्होंने अपना ऑप्शन एक्सरसाइज नहीं किया तो उस केस में क्या होगा, कॉल ऑप्शन सेलर विल सिंपली सेल दिस 0.5 शेयर इन द मार्केट. सो व्हाट विल हैपन, सेल 0.5 शेयर in spot market. So we understand that it is 450 into 0.5. यहां पे उनको 225 रुपए मिल जाएंगे. And if at all the price of the security is rupees 650 and not 450, तो क्या होगा, जिसको आपने ऑप्शन बेचा है वो ऑप्शन एक्सरसाइज करेगा. He will come to you and he will buy security from you at the rate of rupees 550. So what happens at say amount received from call option holder, कितना मिलेगा फ्रेंड्स, एक्सरसाइज प्राइस है 550, so you will receive an amount of rupees 550 less purchase 0.5 share from spot market, because what happens at call option seller is already holding 0.5 share. उनको देना 1 शेयर है तो बाकी का 0.5 शेयर स्पॉट मार्केट से खरीदना पड़ेगा. तो 650 into 0.5 that comes to 325. So what will happen? In both the situations, call option seller will have rupees 225 available with him. और क्वेश्चन में ये पूछा है, explain how the investor will be able to maintain identical position regardless of the share price. तो दोनों शेयर प्राइस में उनके पास 225 रुपए बचेंगे at the end of 3 months. Third question is, if risk-free rate of return is 5% for 3 months period, what is the value of the option? Value of the option means option premium at the beginning of the period. तो थर्ड क्वेश्चन में हम लोग कैसे करेंगे फ्रेंड्स, वी आर रिक्वायर्ड टू मेक द कैलकुलेशन ऑफ द प्रीमियम. नाउ वी अंडरस्टैंड लाइक दिस, ऑप्शन सेलर को 0.5 शेयर आज खरीदना पड़ेगा. सो 500 into 0.5, उनको 250 रुपीज चाहिए. we already have calculated in the second question कि हमारे पास 225 रुपए होंगे at the end of 3 months. So 225 रुपए जो तब होने वाले हैं उसका हम लोग डिस्काउंटेड प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करेंगे. जो भी प्रेजेंट वैल्यू आएगा उसको हम लोग 250 रुपए में से डिडक्ट करेंगे, and the difference of that is the premium. So we understand that the premium is spot into hedge ratio or option delta minus present value of repayment. स्पॉट कितना है 250 रुपए 250, हेज रेशियो कितना है 0.5, आई एम सॉरी, स्पॉट इज रुपीज 500 इंटू हेज रेशियो 0.25 दैट कम्स टू 250 माइनस 225 रुपए 3 महीने के बाद, और हमको 3 महीने का रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट क्या दे रखा है फ्रेंड्स, 5%. सो 225 डिवाइड बाय 1.05, so that comes to 214.19, so 0.29. It is subtracted from 250, so the premium amount is 35.71. ऐसा करके थर्ड क्वेश्चन में हमको प्रीमियम कैलकुलेट करना है. फोर्थ क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज द एक्सपेक्टेड रिटर्न ऑन द ऑप्शन. यानी हमको क्या पूछा है, दैट इफ एट ऑल अ ट्रेडर हैज परचेज कॉल ऑप्शन, तो उनका रिटर्न क्या हुआ वो हमको कैलकुलेट करना है. यू कैन सी दैट से द क्वेश्चन का स्टार्टिंग वही है. क्वेश्चन में हमको क्या दे रखा है, AB Limited's equity share are presently selling at the rate of rupees 500 each. An investor is interested in purchasing AB Limited shares. The investor expects that 70% chances the price will be this and 30% that the price will be this. यानी इन्वेस्टर इज बुलिश, उनको ऐसा ही लग रहा है कि प्राइस ऊपर जाएगा. तो अगर उन्होंने कॉल ऑप्शन बाय किया तो वो कॉल ऑप्शन परचेज करने का उनका रिटर्न क्या है वो हमको यहाँ पे कैलकुलेट करना है. So we understand like this that the probability market price of the share payoff probability क्या है 70% and 30%. Market price of the share कितना है friends 650 and 450. 550 का एक्सरसाइज प्राइस है. सो पहली सिचुएशन में 100 रुपए का पे ऑफ मिलेगा कॉल ऑप्शन होल्डर को और दूसरी सिचुएशन में कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. सो वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट्स द प्रोबेबिलिटी इनटू पे ऑफ 100 into 0.70 that comes to 70. तो एक्सपेक्टेड पे ऑफ क्या हो जाएगा 70 हो जाएगा. उसके बेसिस से वी आर रिक्वायर्ड टू मेक द कैलकुलेशन ऑफ एक्सपेक्टेड रेट ऑफ रिटर्न. एक्सपेक्टेड रेट ऑफ रिटर्न का कैलकुलेशन हम लोग कैसे करेंगे? इट इज एक्सपेक्टेड पे ऑफ माइनस प्रीमियम डिवाइडेड बाय प्रीमियम इनटू 100. यानी कि आपको मिला कितना ऑप्शन खरीदने की वजह से 70. आपने प्रीमियम कितना पे किया था 35.71. सो द डिफरेंस ऑफ बोथ ऑफ देम is what you have been able to earn on investment of 35.71. So the return that you will be able to get is 70 minus 35.71 divided by 35.71 into 100. It comes to 96.02%. So this is the return that you will be able to get. Question number 3 being closing values of BSE Sensex from 6th to 17th day of month of January of the year 20XX were as follows. Day 1 to day 12, date is provided, day is provided, and Sensex is provided. Of course, Saturday, Sunday holiday. So accordingly, the Sensex value is given. Calculate EMA exponential moving average of Sensex during above period. The 30 days SMA simple moving average of Sensex can be assumed as 35,000. The value of the exponent for 30 days EMA is 0.064. Provide analyzed conclusion on the basis of your calculations. Calculations should be up to 3 decimal points. Now friends, this is a question again from your module. Page number 4.32, Security Analysis chapter. In that very first question is very similar to the question which ACCA has asked in the examination. We are required to make the calculation of EMA date wise. We are required to find it for 6th. We are required to find it for 7th. We are required to find it for 10th. Then it is 11th and so on. We'll make the calculation of EMA. For calculation of EMA, we are required to apply the simple formula as previous exponential moving average plus we understand that the current price minus previous exponential moving average, difference of both of them into multiplier. M stands for multiplier. I am explaining for the first one, that is for 6th January. Previous exponential moving average. 6th of January is the very first day on which we are doing EMA calculation. So, simple moving average will be used as previous EMA. Simple moving average is 35,000 plus current price is 34522 minus previous exponential moving average 35,000 difference of both of them into multiplier. Multiplier is 0.064. If at all the multiplier value would not have been given, then in that case you are required to find it as 2 divided by n plus 1. Friends, basically the EMA is used for the purpose of technical analysis. So the calculation will be made in this way: 34522 minus 35,000 into 0.064. Then this value is to be adjusted in 35,000. So the final answer is 34969.408. Read language of the question carefully, wherein they have specified a condition that you are required to write the answer only up to 3 decimal points. Just be careful for these kind of small instructions that they provide. For the next day, we are required to work out the answer like this. As far as the previous EMA is concerned, it is 34969.408 plus current price is 34925 minus previous EMA is 34969.408 multiplying with multiplier, that is 0.064. So it is 34925 minus 34969.408, difference of both of them into 0.064. This value is required to be adjusted to 34969.408. So it comes to 34,966.566. For the next, it is 10th, because 2 holidays in between. In that, the previous EMA will be 34966.566, and so on. We are required to calculate further answer. So friends, for subsequent days, we'll do the working in the same way. This will be taken as previous EMA. Current price of the Sensex is given. So difference of this 2 into multiplier, and this value will be added to this. And that is the way exponential moving average is required to be calculated. This is the way we are required to make the calculation of EMA. Now friends, the question further says that you are required to provide analysis. Now analysis is very simple, looking to the figures. We can say that the market is bullish. Why? Because EMA is constantly increasing. We can say that it is likely to remain bullish for at least short to medium term, if other factors remain constant. So an investor can take long position, that is, he can go for the purchase. That is the conclusion that we are required to write. So friends, we can write a comment like this: the market is bullish. The market is likely to remain bullish for short to medium term. If other factors remain same, investor can take long position. Question number 3C. What is a startup to avail the benefits of government scheme? Once again, a question covered in the Navkar material. Page number 216, question number 9. In that, over here, the explanation is given. Startup India scheme was initiated by Government of India on 16th of January 2016. The definition of startup was provided, which is applicable only in case of government scheme. And then the entire definition starts. That startup means an entity incorporated or registered in India, not prior to 5 years, and so on. So again, doing the theory sheet of the Navkar material will absolutely cover the entire theory asked in the recent examination. Question number 4A. Following information is available of Messrs. TS Limited, earning before interest and taxes 5 crore, less interest on debt at the rate of 10%, 1 crore. Profit before tax is 4 crore. Tax at the rate of 25%, 1 crore. Profit after tax is 3 crore. Number of outstanding shares of rupees 10 each, 40 lakhs. EPS 7 rupee 50 paise. Market price is 75. Price earning ratio is 10 times. TS Limited has undistributed reserve of rupees 8 crore. The company requires rupees 3 crore for the purpose of expansion, which is expected to earn same rate of return on capital employed as at present. However, if debt to capital employed ratio is higher than 35%, then price earning ratio is expected to decline to 8 times and rise in the cost of additional debt to 14%. Given this data, which of the following option the company would prefer and why? Option 1, if the required amount is raised through debt. Option number 2, if the required amount is raised through equity and new shares will be issued at a price of rupees 25 each. Friends, this question is a question in which we are required to decide that how to raise additional financing. The company should raise additional financing of an amount of rupees 3 crore either by way of debt or equity, वो हमको यहाँ पे decide करना है. We are provided with the sufficient information with which we can make calculation of MPS for both the options. Between both of them, जो option का MPS ज़्यादा होगा, वो option को हम लोग select करेंगे. So यहाँ पे जो information हमको दे रखा है, उससे हमको सबसे पहले MPS का calculation करना है. That is what we understand. क्वेश्चन का बेसिक इंफॉर्मेशन क्या है वो मैं आपको समझाता हूं. जैसे कि हमको ऐसा दे रखा है दैट इट इज एन एग्जिस्टिंग कंपनी विच हैज इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल. 40 लाख शेयर्स हैव बीन इश्यूड. फेस वैल्यू इज रुपीज 10, सो इट इज 400 लाख्स, यानी कि 4 करोड़ का इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल है. कंपनी का रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस है 8 करोड़ का और कंपनी ने डिबेंचर्स इश्यू किया है. अमाउंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इज 1 करोड़. रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इज 10%, यानी कि 10 करोड़ का डिबेंचर्स इशू किया होगा. सो द टोटल कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड इन द बिजनेस इज रुपीज 22 करोड़. हमको EBIT दे रखा है 5 करोड़ का, यानी हम लोग 5 करोड़ कमाते हैं 22 करोड़ के इन्वेस्टमेंट के ऊपर. सो 5 डिवाइड बाय 22 into 100, that comes to 22.727%, or we can say it is 23%. So approximately this is the rate at which we earn, say, from our existing business. Now the question is providing that ये जो हमारा business है ना, हम लोग 3 करोड़ से expand करने वाले हैं और ये जो हमारा 3 करोड़ का additional investment होगा उसका rate of return उतना ही होगा जितना अभी हम लोग कमा रहे हैं. You can see that kind of clarity is made in the question. In the third line, the company requires rupees 3 crore for the purpose of expansion, which is expected to earn same rate of return on capital employed as at present. यानी हमको ऐसा दे रखा है दैट से ये 3 करोड़ के ऊपर हम लोग यही रेट से कमाएंगे जो रेट से अभी हम लोग कमा रहे हैं. इंपॉर्टेंटली क्वेश्चन में ऐसा दे रखा है कि आपको डेट इक्विटी रेशियो इन अ वे दैट से द डेट टू टोटल कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड रेशियो कैलकुलेट करना है. और अगर आपका डेट टू टोटल कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड रेशियो 35% से ज्यादा हो जाएगा तो प्राइस अर्निंग रेशियो आपका गिर जाएगा. उस केस में जो भी एडिशनल फाइनेंसिंग होगा इन फॉर्म ऑफ डेट फाइनेंसिंग, उसका रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट लगेगा 14%. दैट इज द वे वी आर सपोज टू मेक द कैलकुलेशन ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. तो जो सीक्वेंस में हम लोग आंसर करेंगे वो कुछ ऐसा होगा. लेट मी एक्सप्लेन यू दैट. हम लोग कुछ ऐसा करेंगे, सबसे पहले हम लोग एग्जिस्टिंग कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड का अच्छी तरह से वर्किंग करेंगे कि अभी हम लोगों का कितना पैसा बिजनेस में लगा हुआ है. फिर हम लोग एग्जिस्टिंग रिटर्न ऑन कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड कैलकुलेट करेंगे. फिर हम लोग कैलकुलेट करेंगे रेशियो जो उन्होंने क्वेश्चन में दे रखा है, डेट टू कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड रेशियो। और फिर हम लोग एक छोटा सा वर्किंग नोट करेंगे मार्केट प्राइस ऑफ द इक्विटी शेयर का, जिसके पहले अगर हम लोग इक्विटी फाइनेंसिंग से जा रहे हैं तो कितने नंबर ऑफ इक्विटी शेयर्स, उसका एक छोटा सा कैलकुलेशन करेंगे। एंड विद दैट एमपीएस विल बी कैलकुलेटेड। जो ऑप्शन का एमपीएस ज्यादा है उसको हम लोग सिलेक्ट करेंगे। That is the way we are required to calculate answer of this simple question. So friends, answer will be calculated like this. Step number 1, calculation of existing capital employed. उसमें क्या करेंगे, वर्किंग नोट नंबर 1, कैलकुलेशन ऑफ डेट फाइनेंसिंग। सबसे पहले डेट फाइनेंसिंग का कैलकुलेशन किया जाएगा। इट इज इंटरेस्ट इज इक्वल टू डेट इनटू रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट। सो डेट इज इक्वल टू इंटरेस्ट अपॉन रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट। अमाउंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इज 1 करोड़, रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इज 10%, दैट कम्स टू 10 करोड़। As far as capital employed is concerned, it is calculated as equity share capital plus reserves and surplus plus debt financing. So it is 40 lakhs into 10. That is what we understand is the equity share capital in lakhs term, plus reserves and surplus is 8 crore, that is 800 lakhs, plus debt financing of 10 crore, that comes to 1000 lakhs. So it is 400 lakhs plus 800 lakhs plus 1000 lakhs. That comes to 2200 lakhs, or we can say it is 22 crore. That is the way we'll make the calculation of existing capital employed. Then step number 2, calculation of current return on capital employed. It is earning before interest and taxes upon capital employed into 100. Current earning before interest and taxes is 5 crore divided by 22 crore into 100. So 5 divided by 22 into 100, that comes to 22.7273%. So this is the rate at which we are earning right now, and this is the rate at which we will earn even on the expanded amount of rupees 3 crore. After that, step number 3, calculation of debt to, you can see that so the question is providing debt to capital employed ratio. Debt to capital employed ratio. In that, so we are required to do 2 working. If the funds have been raised by way of debt, उस केस में क्या होगा friends? We understand that so the total debt divided by total capital employed into 100. टोटल डेट में क्या होगा फ्रेंड्स, एग्जिस्टिंग डेट 10 करोड़ का प्लस नया डेट लगेगा कितने का, 3 करोड़ का, डिवाइडेड बाय टोटल कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड जिसमें एग्जिस्टिंग है 22 करोड़ प्लस 3 करोड़, मल्टीप्लाइंग विद 100. So it is 13 into 100 divided by 25. So the answer comes to 52%. Now we understand that so the 52% is exceeding 35%. So if at all we go for the additional financing by way of debt, तो उसमें हमारा प्राइस अर्निंग रेशियो बढ़ जाएगा और उसमें we understand that से जो हमारा रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट होगा वो 14% लगेगा. That is what we understand. And step number 3 continue करते हुए, if the funds have been raised by way of equity, तो उसमें क्या होगा, अगेन डेट अपॉन टोटल कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड What is the debt financing? Debt financing will be only 10 crore. क्योंकि सिर्फ existing debt financing को ही consider किया जाएगा. Additional debt financing we will not consider. क्यों? क्योंकि second option में हम लोग equity से पैसा ला रहे हैं. Divided by total capital employed is 25 crore, which we already have calculated, into 100 for getting answer in percentage term. So in that case the answer comes to 40%. Again 40% is exceeding 35%, friends. So what happens at say, अगर हमने additional financing equity से किया, उस केस में भी हमारा price earning ratio गिर जाएगा, ऐसा हम लोग समझेंगे as per the given information of the question. If at all we go for the additional financing by way of equity, तो उस पे नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स कितने हैं उसका एक छोटा सा वर्किंग नोट करके हम लोग सिंपल एमपीएस का कैलकुलेशन करेंगे. सो वी अंडरस्टैंड अ काइंड ऑफ स्टेप नंबर 4, कैलकुलेशन ऑफ मार्केट प्राइस ऑफ इक्विटी शेयर फॉर ईच ऑप्शन, दैट इज डेट एंड इक्विटी बोथ. उस पे सबसे पहला छोटा सा वर्किंग नोट, कैलकुलेशन ऑफ number of additional equity shares to be issued. कितने additional equity shares issue करने पड़ेंगे वो हम लोग कैलकुलेट करेंगे. It is amount divided by issue price. हमको कितना पैसा चाहिए फ्रेंड्स? We require an amount of rupees 3 crore. इश्यू प्राइस कितना है? 25 रुपए. सो वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट से इट इज 3 करोड़ डिवाइड बाय 25, दैट कम्स टू 0.12 करोड़. सो दिस इज द नंबर ऑफ एडिशनल शेयर्स दैट विल बी इश्यूड. उसके बाद कैलकुलेशन ऑफ मार्केट प्राइस ऑफ इक्विटी शेयर दोनों ऑप्शंस के लिए. इफ द एडिशनल फंड्स हैव बीन रेज्ड बाय वे ऑफ डिबेंचर्स एंड इफ एडिशनल फंड्स रेज्ड बाय वे ऑफ इक्विटी. Now friends, the next working will be calculation of MPS if additional funds raised by debt or raised by equity. We start with EBIT. We know that now, so the capital employed is an amount of rupees 25 crore. So it is 25 crore into rate of earning has been calculated. It is 22.7273%. So it is 25 into 22.7273%. It comes to 5.6818 crore. So this is the EBIT that we will have. Interest, in bracket I am writing existing. Existing interest is going to remain 1 crore. Interest new debt financing of 3 crore. For that, so the rate of interest will be of course 14%. Why? Because debt equity ratio, debt to capital employed ratio is exceeding 35%. So 3 into 14%, that comes to 0.42 crore. Deducting both of them from EBIT, we get EBT. So the amount of EBT is 4.2618 crore. That is the amount of EBT. Income tax liability at the rate of 25%. It is 1.0655 crore. Earning after taxes is remaining 75%, 3.1963 crore. Existing number of equity shares are 40 lakhs. So we can say that it is 0.4 crore. So earning per share 3.1963 divided by 0.4, that comes to 7.9908. Price earning ratio will fall down to 8 times because it has been provided to us that the price earning ratio is expected to decline. So the market price of the share is EPS into price earning ratio 63.9264. For the second option, friends, EBIT value is of course going to remain same. Existing interest, no change. There will not be any new interest. So this is going to be 4.6816 crore. 4.6816 6818. 4.6818 crore into 25%. That comes to 1.1705. So earning after taxes is 3.5113. Number of equity shares will increase because we are raising additional equity financing by issuing 0.12 crore shares. So 0.4 plus 0.12 crore, that comes to 0.52 crore. So divided by 0.52, that comes to 6.7525. Multiplying with the price earning ratio 8 times, so it comes to 54.02. That is the way the market price of the equity share can be calculated. As we are required to select one of the two options, so of course we will select the debt financing because comparatively it has higher market price of the share. Question number 4b. Following information relates to Messrs A Limited, which is a manufacturing cum exporting unit. It is exporting some electronic component to Japan, USA and Europe on 90 days credit terms. Cost and sales information. Friends, I am reading only for Japan because for USA and Europe it is only that is same thing. So I am reading for Japan. Variable cost 225 rupees per unit. Export sale price 650 yen per unit. Received from sale due in 90 days 78 lakhs yen. Foreign exchange rate information. Yen per rupee. Spot is given. 3 months forward is given. 3 months spot. That is 3 months spot means expected spot exchange rate after 3 months. Similar information have been provided for dollar and euro currency. Advise the company by calculating average contribution to sales ratio, whether it should hedge its currency risk or not. Now again friends, students of Navkar Rock, it is a question from Navkar material, page number 121, question number 27. Exact same question with no change in the information. So this is the way the coverage of Navkar material. First of all, let me explain you what is the question about. Over here, for Japanese customer, US and Europe, 3 customers are there. I am explaining with the Japanese customer, with that so you will get a clarity. We have been provided with the information that say we have exported goods and we are going to receive the consideration in foreign currency. सबसे पहले हम लोग यहाँ पे नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स कैलकुलेट करेंगे जो हमने सेल किया है. फॉरेन करेंसी में हमको सेल्स कंसिडरेशन दे रखा है और फॉरेन करेंसी में सेलिंग प्राइस दे रखा है. सो calculation of the number of units will not be difficult. It is 78 lakhs divided by 650. That comes to 12,000 number of units. वेरिएबल कॉस्ट हमको हमारी करेंसी में दे रखा है रुपीस टर्म में. सो टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट रुपीस टर्म में हमको मिल जाएगा. दैट इज 12,000 नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स इंटू 225 फर्स्ट एग्जाम्पल में. सो 12,000 इंटू 225 दैट कम्स टू 27 lakhs. जो जापानीज कस्टमर मिलेगा वो दूसरे 2 कस्टमर का भी सिंपली मिल जाएगा. दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी डिफिकल्ट. सो जापानीज, यूएस, यूरोप और हमको टोटल एक वेरिएबल कॉस्ट मिल जाएगा. उसका एक छोटा सा वर्किंग नोट जैसा हम लोग बना देंगे. ना क्वेश्चन का लैंग्वेज यहाँ पे ऐसा बोल रहा है दैट से यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू डिसाइड कि आपको हेज करना है या नहीं करना है, कंसीडरिंग एवरेज कंट्रीब्यूशन टू सेल्स रेशियो. We know that so the contribution to sales ratio calculation is very simple. इट इज कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन अपॉन सेल्स इनटू 100. कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन के लिए क्या किया जाएगा? इट इज कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन अपॉन सेल्स इनटू 100. दिस इज द फॉर्मूला. कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन कैसे होगा? सेल्स माइनस वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. देखो ये वर्किंग से अपने पास वेरिएबल कॉस्ट का तो इंफॉर्मेशन आ गया, तो अभी सिर्फ सेल्स वैल्यू का इंफॉर्मेशन आपको कैलकुलेट करना है. आप सेल्स वैल्यू का इंफॉर्मेशन अगेन 2 बार कैलकुलेट करेंगे, जापानीज, यूएस एंड यूरो. मैं आपको जापानीज कस्टमर का वापस समझाता हूं. वी हैव बीन प्रोवाइडेड विद स्पॉट एक्सचेंज रेट, बट उसका कोई काम नहीं है. 3 महीने का फॉरवर्ड उसका काम है. तो अगर हमने फॉरवर्ड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लिया, फॉरवर्ड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट क्या लेंगे फ्रेंड्स? वी नो दैट इट इज सेल ऑफ येन एंड परचेज ऑफ रुपीस, दैट इज कन्वर्जन ऑफ येन इनटू रुपीस. फॉरवर्ड एक्सचेंज रेट दे रखा है 2.397 / 2.427. it has been provided it is yen per rupee. Conversion of yen into rupees, so higher amount of yen is required to be given to buy a rupee. So जो भी फॉरेन करेंसी का कंसिडरेशन है, दैट इज यहाँ पे कितना है? 78 लाख yen. So 78 lakhs divided by 2.427, हमारे पास क्या आ जाएगा? रुपीस टर्म का सेल्स वैल्यू आ जाएगा. वैसे यूएस का करेंगे. यूएस के लिए वापस वी विल हैव द सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. इट इज सेल ऑफ डॉलर्स एंड परचेस ऑफ रुपीस. फॉरवर्ड एक्सचेंज रेट क्या दे रखा फ्रेंड्स? 0.0213 / 0.0216 डॉलर पर रुपी, ऐसा हमको दे रखा है. We understand that say again the conversion is dollar into rupees, so we understand that say higher amount of dollar is required to be given, say to buy a rupee. The consideration is 1,02,300 divided by 0.0216. तो हमको वापस सेल्स वैल्यू रुपीस टर्म में मिल जाएगा. लास्ट में भी सेल्स वैल्यू, उसका क्या करेंगे? टोटल करेंगे. हो गया सिंपल. अगर हमने फॉरवर्ड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नहीं लिया तो जो भी हमारा एक्सपेक्टेड स्पॉट एक्सचेंज रेट फ्रेंड्स है, उसके ऊपर हमको कन्वर्जन करना पड़ेगा. तो एक्सपेक्टेड स्पॉट एक्सचेंज रेट के मुताबिक हम लोग सेल्स वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करेंगे. 2 सेल्स वैल्यू आ गया. सेल्स वैल्यू में से जो वेरिएबल कॉस्ट हमने ऑलरेडी फाइंड करके रखा है, उसको हम लोग डिडक्ट करेंगे. तो अपने पास क्या आ जाएगा फ्रेंड्स? कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन. कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन अपॉन सेल्स इनटू 100 क्या मिल जाएगा? एवरेज कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन टू सेल्स रेशियो. इन दोनों में से, यानी कि फॉरवर्ड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लिया नहीं लिया, इन दोनों में से जिसका एवरेज कंट्रीब्यूशन टू सेल्स रेशियो ज्यादा है, वो हम लोग कंपनी को रेकमेंड करेंगे. दैट इज द वे यू हैव टू डू दिस सिंपल आंसर. सो फ्रेंड्स, द फर्स्ट वर्किंग नोट इज कैलकुलेशन ऑफ द टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट. सेल्स वैल्यू फॉर द जापानीज कस्टमर इट इज 78 lakhs. Selling price per unit it is 650. So number of units that we are going to produce and sell, 78 lakhs divided by 650, that comes to 12,000. Variable cost per unit is 225. That is the way total variable cost will be calculated. For the first one, for second one, for third one, and then total will be calculated. So friends, the answer is like this. Further, sales value minus divided by selling price, that will give us the number of units, into cost per unit. Product of both of them is the total variable cost. For Europe, this is the amount of euro. This is say the selling price per unit in euro term. So this is number of units into cost per unit in rupees term. Number of units into variable cost per unit will give the total variable cost, and that is the way the total comes. It is 1,07,30,000. This is the first working note. Then the second one will be calculation of the sales value. Now friends, the second working note will be calculation of the total sales value. It will be calculated if forward contract is entered upon and again it will be calculated if forward contract is not entered upon. So if forward contract is entered upon, sales value will be found in this way. What will happen in case of Japanese customer? We understand that so the forward contract will be sale of yen and purchase of rupees. You can see that so the forward exchange rate which they have given in the question is 2.397 slash 2.427 yen per rupee. This is the forward exchange rate which they have given. Forward contract is conversion of yen into rupees. So higher amount of yen is required to be given. So what will happen? It is yen and rupee. 2.427 yen is equal to 1 rupee. We are going to receive 78 lakhs yen. So it will amount to this amount of rupees. So we understand that say, as far as the forward exchange rate is concerned, let us write first of all the forward exchange rate. It is 2.397 slash 2.427. So as far as the sales value is concerned, in rupees term, what will happen? So the higher rate will be applicable. So in that case it is 2.427. This is the rate which is applicable. So what will happen? It is 78 lakhs divided by 2.427. That is the sales value in rupees term will be calculated. Now the second is, if forward contract is not entered upon. Friends, if at all it is not entered upon, then in that case the consideration is required to be converted at expected spot exchange rate. So sales value in rupees term will be calculated like this. It is 78 lakhs divided by, again what will happen? We are required to convert yen into rupees. So the rate will be 2.459. In case of dollar currency, what will happen? Forward exchange rate is given as 0.0213 slash 0.0216. Conversion of dollar into rupees. So again, the forward contract is going to be sale of dollars and purchase of rupees. What you are required to do? You are required to convert more amount of dollar into rupees. That is, higher amount of dollar is required to be given for conversion into 1 rupee. So in that case it is 1,02,300 divided by 0.0216. This is the rate which is applicable. If forward contract is not entered upon, it is 1,02,300 divided by 0.02156. For the last one, conversion of euro into rupees. Forward exchange rate is given 0.0176 slash 0.0178. Again, this is the rate which is applicable. 95,920 divided by 0.0178. And for the other one, it is again 95,920 divided by 0.0179. This is the sales value that we have in rupees term. This is the sales value that we have in rupees term, and we will calculate its total. Lastly, we will calculate the contribution to sales ratio. That is, sales minus variable cost will give contribution upon sales into 100 will give the contribution to sales ratio, and the alternative having higher contribution to sales ratio will be selected. So now friends, you can see that's the conversion of the foreign currency into home currency will have this value, and its total have already been calculated. So now the last is calculation of average contribution to sales ratio. For that it is contribution upon sales into 100. Forward contract entered upon. We understand that say if at all forward contract is entered upon, in that case it is 1,33,38,719 minus 1,07,30,000 divided by 1,33,38,719 into 100. Similarly over there we'll have the working forward contract not entered upon, that is without hedging. So over there it is 1,32,75,578 minus 1,07,30,000 divided by 1,32,75,578 into 100. That is the way the contribution to sales ratio will be calculated. One or two things just I am explaining to you. Sometimes students are having in the classroom the queries like this, that sir, shouldn't we make a comparison on the individual customer wise for taking the decision? The answer is no. Why? Because the language of the question is clear. Sometimes students are having a question that sir, can't we make a comparison of the sales value? If at all we have a policy to take the forward for all the three or not to take forward for all the three. Can we make a comparison? The answer is again no. Why? Because they have specifically given that say you are required to make the calculation of the contribution to sales ratio for the purpose of decision making. Average word is indicating that say you are required to do the working for all the three customers together. So it is 133,8719. From that 107,30,000 is deducted, and accordingly the answer will be found. 1,33,8719 minus 1,07,30,000. That comes to 19.56%. 1,32,75,578 minus 1,07,30,000. That comes to 19.17%. So we select the first one, that is the forward contract should be entered upon.